Hey guys, welcome to the homework walkthrough for the graphs internal practice. Okay, so I've actually drawn here the paper we were given. Okay, I know that it doesn't look great. Okay, it looks kind of trash, but I think it looks understandable enough. Okay, so we're just gonna hop right into it. Okay, so the first part of the graph, as you can see, it's a cubic. Okay, so that's here, right here. That's a cubic. Okay, so we're gonna model part one of the graph as a cubic. Okay, so this point here is -10, that's -7, and that's -4. Okay, so you know the equation for a cubic is y equals to a x minus we'll just say x minus h, x minus k, x minus j. Okay, well, where these are the x-intercepts. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to substitute the x-intercepts in. Okay, so we're going to say y equals to a we don't know, so that's a is a shape. Okay, so x minus -10, a double negative makes it positive, so it becomes x plus 10. Double -7 and negative, becomes positive 7, so x plus 7. What am I doing? And we have -4 here, so double negative again makes a positive, so x plus 4. So that's our basic equation here. But now, okay, but now the problem is we need to find what the shape of the graph is. Okay, so as you can see here, we have one point of the graph. The graph tells us one point. Okay, so that's right here, so that's -9, 2. Okay, so we're going to substitute -9 and 2 into the equation. Okay, and we're going to see I'm going to find out what the a value is. Okay, so we're going to say that 2 equals to a, so substitute x equals to -9, so -9 plus 10, -9 plus 7, and what am I doing? And -9 plus 4. Okay, so now we can say 2 equals to a, -9 plus 10, that's 1, -9 plus 7, that's -2, and -9 plus 4, that's -5. So now we have 2 equals to a. 1 times -2 is -2. -2 times -5, double negative makes a positive, so a 10. So 2 equals to 10a. So therefore a equals to 1/5. So now we have our equation. Okay, so our equation is y equals to 1/5 x plus 10, x plus 7, x plus 4. Okay, so that's our basic equation. So we found the equation of the cubic, but now we need to go on to moving on to finding the features of the graph. Okay, so we're going to find features. Okay, so number one, okay, so domain. Okay, domain, oh, not domain, domain. Domain. Okay, so that's for what x values does the graph exist. Okay, so as you can see, the graph starts at -10 and then it ends at -4. Okay, and after -4, so as x is greater than -4, that's where our parabola starts. Okay, so domain, we're gonna say x is, oh sorry, that's a bad x. Okay, so we're gonna say x is greater than or equal to the -10, so greater than or equal to -10, that's here. And we're going to say that x is less than, we're going to say x is less than -4. Okay, because -4 is where our parabola starts. Okay, so x can't be -4 because -4 is where our parabola starts, and that's section 2 of the graph. Okay, so x is less than -4 and x is greater than or equal to not 10. Why do I forget the negative? Sorry, I forgot the negative here. Alright, so that's our domain. Okay, so now we're going to find 2, our range. So for what values of our graph does the y exist? Okay, so in this part here, so we're going to try to find what is this point and what is this point. Okay, and we might need to get a bit calculus-y here, but so the thing is, I asked the teacher and he said, not he, and she said that the range is one of the least important features. So, but okay, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, I'll show you how to find these 2 points here. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to expand your equation. Okay, so we're going to say y equals to 1/5 x squared plus 17 plus x squared plus 17x plus 70 times x plus 4, okay? So y equals to 1/5. Wait, just hold up. So we have equals to 1/5 of x cubed plus 17x squared plus 280 plus 4x squared plus 70x plus 68x. Okay, so now we can say y equals to 1/5 of x cubed plus 4.2x squared plus 27.6x plus 56. Okay, so that's our expanded equation. Okay, so now we're gonna differentiate this equation. Okay, so we're gonna say what's the differentiate? Okay, so we're gonna say y dash of x. Okay, so this is basically just a front number multiplied by the power, and then you take the power down by 1. Okay, so 1/5 multiplied by the power, which is 3, that's 3/5. So y dash of x equals to 3/5. Okay, and take the power down by 1, so it becomes x squared plus 4.2 times 2 is 8.4. Take the x squared, take the power down by 1, so 8.4x plus 27.6. So for this one, you just get rid of the x. Okay, so 1 times 27.6 is 27.6, and you take the power down by 1, so 1 becomes 0. X to the power of 0 is 1. 1 times 27.6 is 27.6. And the plus 56 is just gone, okay? So now, because we know that it's the turning point here, okay? The turning point here, that's when the gradient equals to 0, okay? This is a gradient function we found, okay? So we substitute the gradient equals to 0, okay? So we'll say 0 equals to 3/5x squared plus 8.4x plus 27.6. And if you put this into your graphics calculator, so you go to equation, okay? You'll go menu, equation, f2 polynomial, and we'll say degree of f1, okay? And then we're just going to enter our values, so 3/5, 8.4, and 27.6. And you should be getting x equals to negative 8.73, or x equals to negative 5.27, okay? So this is our x values, okay? So that's here, and that's also here, okay? So that's what I mean by the x values, okay? So now in order to find the y values, you just substitute x into the equation, okay? So we'll do negative 8.37 first, okay? We'll say y equals to 1/5, negative 8.73 plus 10, multiplied by negative 8.73 plus 7, negative 8.73 plus 4, okay? And if you plug this into a calculator, okay, so you just say 1/5 times negative 8.73 plus 10 multiplied by negative 8.73 plus 7 multiplied by 8.73 plus 4. Okay, and you should be getting your answer should be positive 2.08, so y equals to 2.08, okay? So now we know that this point here, so this point which is right here, that's 2.08, okay? Basically that's 2.08, okay? So now we're going to substitute negative 5.27, okay? So we'll say y equals to 1/5, negative 5.27. What am I doing? Negative 5.27 plus 10 multiplied by negative 5.27 plus 7 multiplied by negative 5.27 plus 4. Plus 4. Okay? And if you plug that into a calculator, okay, just try right now, plug into a calculator, you should get y equals to negative 2.08, okay? And therefore, this is this point here, so that's this point right here. That's negative 2.08, okay? Okay, so basically, you know that the highest value for y is the highest value for y is 2.08, and the minimum, so the lowest value for y is negative 2.08, okay? So therefore, the range is y must be greater than or equal to negative 2.08, and y must be less than or equal to 2.08. So that should be your range, okay? That should be your range. Okay, so the next is X-Intercepts. Okay, so X-Intercepts, that's pretty easy. Okay, so X-Intercepts, as you can see, are negative 10, negative 7, and negative 4. Okay, so you just simply say X-Intercepts, negative 10, negative 7, negative 4. Okay, and you're gonna say Y-Intercept. Y-intercept, okay, so as you can see here, the graph stops at negative 4, okay, so therefore there is no y-intercept, so you simply just say does not exist. And that should be it for the features for the cubic. Just double check if there's any more that I'm missing. Y-intercept, X-intercepts, yeah, okay, that should be it for the cubic, okay? So now we're going to move on to part 2, which is the parabola, okay? So if you need anything, just pause the video now, okay? I'm going to zoom into each part. You can pause the video if you need anything, okay? I'm going to rub this all out soon, okay? So pause the video if you need anything, okay? Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm going to rub everything out now, okay? I need some space for the parabola. Sorry about... I need to rub everything out. Yeah, sorry about this. Just skip ahead, okay? If you're here listening to me right now, just skip ahead in the video, fast forward a little bit, and I should be moving on to a parabola, okay? So just skip ahead in the video. Don't worry about all this rubbing out stuff. Wasting of your time. Alright, okay, so now we're gonna moving on to a parabola, okay? So the parabola, that's part 2, so the parabola part of the equation, okay? So now, okay, we can either use, so we know the vertex, okay? So at this point right here, that's negative 2, 4, okay? And we have the x-intercepts, so that's negative 4 and 0, okay? So we can either use the vertex equation, okay, which is y equals to a x minus h whole squared plus k. And h and k are the points of the vertex, okay? Or you can use the X-Intercept formula, which is a x minus h x minus k, where h and k are the X-Intercepts, okay? So we're just gonna use the X-Intercept, but you can use either, but in this video I'm gonna use the X-Intercept formula, okay? So I'm gonna say y equals to a. Okay, so there's an intercept of negative 4, a double negative makes a positive, so x plus 4. And we have an intercept at 0, okay, so therefore it's just x by itself, okay? And we're going to substitute one more point to find a, which is a shape. And we're going to substitute one more point, okay, to find the a, which is the shape of the parabola, okay? So we know the vertex of the graph, okay? So we're simply going to substitute x equals to negative 2 and y equals to 4. And then we're going to use that to find the a, okay? So we're going to say 4 equals to a, negative 2 plus 4, multiplied by multiply by negative 2, okay? So 4 equals to a. So negative 2 plus 4, that's 2, and negative 2 is just negative 2. So therefore, 4 equals to negative 4a, okay? Therefore, a equals to negative 1, okay? So therefore, we can rewrite our equation as y equals to, because a is just negative 1, we can just say negative x plus 4x, okay? So that's the equation for our parabola, okay? That's the equation for our parabola. So now we're going to be moving on to the features of the graph, okay? So features. Okay, so features, okay, so we have our domain. Domain, okay, so as you can see in the diagram, okay, the parabola starts at negative 4. Oh, what am I doing? The graph starts at negative 4, okay, and it ends, it starts at x equals to negative 4, and it ends when x equals to 0, okay? So therefore, x is greater than or equal to 4, negative 4. X is greater than or equal to, x is greater than or equal to negative 4, and x is less than, okay, less than or equal to 0. Okay, so that's our domain, okay, so the parabola only exists when x is between 0 and 4, okay, or equal to, okay, 0 and negative 4, not 4, why do I keep saying 4? So when the graph only exists when x is between 0 and negative 4, okay, or equal to 0 and negative 4. That's the only time when the graph exists. So we're limiting the graph to only existing within that range, okay? Range, okay, range for the y, okay? So you see the vertex is 2, negative 4, and then the lowest point is the lowest point is y equals to 0, and the highest point is y equals to 4, okay? So therefore, y is less than or equal to, actually we're just going to do it the same way. So y is greater than or equal to 0, and y is less than or equal to 4, okay? So that's our range, okay? So the only part that exists for y is between 0 and 4, or equal to, okay? Alright, for our parabola, next we have our x-intercepts, okay? So x-intercepts, okay, that's pretty easy, okay? This is why I use the x-intercept formula, so you can just write down what your x-intercepts are immediately. So you can say negative 4 and 0, okay? That's your x-intercepts, okay? And y-intercept, okay? Y-intercept is here, okay? So that's when y-intercept is y-intercept, you can just say it's y equals to 0. We should say x equals to negative 4, 0, okay? And now we have our vertex, okay? So our vertex, okay, it's already pretty much given to us, okay? So vertex, you can just say this point here, so that's just negative 2, 4. Okay? And that should be it for the parabola, okay? Sorry, excuse me for a second. So that should be it for our part 2, which is the parabola, okay? So we have our features and we have our equation, okay? It's pretty straightforward. It was easier than the cubic. Let me just check if there's anything else I'm missing. Vertex, I might. Yeah, I think that's it for the parabola. There's not too much to it. Okay, alright, we're going to move on to our next equation, which is the exponential, okay? I'm going to do the exponential and the hyperbola in a separate video, okay? Just in case my screen recording decides to cut off, so apologies for that. So this will be uploaded in 2 parts, okay? So stay tuned for the next video. It should be coming out soon. Cheers.